The books featured on Bottom Tier Book Club contain content of varying degrees of quality, intensity of violence, and sexuality, none of which reflect the views or interests of its hosts or affiliated organizations. With that said, the Bottom Tier Book Club is terribly, remarkably, inescapably not safe for work. In fact, it might not be safe for home either. You know what? Maybe you should just use headphones for this. You've been warned. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the Bottom Tier Book Club podcast. This idea comes to us from our friend Hi-Rez Epip, aka Hi-Rez Josh, who
I'll never forgive you.
Suggested we take the concept of book club from our live streams and do a podcast with it that would allow us to cover a little more content and help clear out the book club backlog, which is a great idea. For those of you who don't know what book club is, my name is Colton, and I read awful fan fiction and books to my friend Jason.
And I steadily become an alcoholic.
Yes. We're going to open it up with some gems I found. This first story comes to us from fanfiction.net, courtesy of Reddit. This is entitled Love Beyond Circuits, Love Beyond Flesh. It's by author Comics Nix. And here we go. The author. Author's note, basically. Hi, people. I don't own Star Wars, nor Transformers, and don't make money with it. Oh, no. This story is situated in the beginning of Return of Jedi, before Luke Skywalker arrives, but after Leia, R2-D2, and C-3PO get trapped by Jabba. It tries to explain what happened in the meantime. Hope you enjoy.
There's no way I will.
Love Beyond Circuits. Love Beyond Flesh.
Ugh.
Optimus Prime.
I'm uncomfortable just with the title.
Well, you should be. Optimus Prime is entering Megatorn's secret base. The fight was vicious, and the other Transformers got caught. Optimus need to free them. He enters Megatron Nig Chamber.
Wait, what? His what chamber? We can't say that on YouTube.
Hold on. He enters Megatron Nig Chamber. It's K-N-I-G chamber.
Oh.
Egatro! Free my Transformer pals or suffer lead medical consequences. Shout Potamus.
That was definitely a sentence that just happened to me.
You will never defeat me, leader of the Auto Boys. The Decepticon. Hold on. Let me take another run at that. You will never defeat me, leader of the Auto Boys. The Deceptions will rule the galaxy. You will have to jump over my dead corpse. And Optimus ran at Megatron direction, shooting blaster projectiles. Megatron runs to a secret chamber and Opiums goes behind. But it's a trap.
I wish I had some.
Optimus gets stuck into a titanium metal bar cages, and Megatron brags.
Hey, what?
Now, Optimus, you will be my financier. We'll help to pay my death satellite to kill Earth.
Wait, he's not his prisoner, but his financier?
Yes. What? And Megatron opened his spaceship.
Yeah, exactly.
What? And Megatron opened his spaceship and embarks the jailbirded Optimus Prime. He set a course to a distant planet on a galaxy far away. After some weeks, the Megatron spaceship arrives at Tatooine. He seeks for Jabba the Hutt, who receives him.
Okay, Colton, before we move on, I'm sorry, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
I recall the rough dimensions of Jabba's palace. While the door is very big,
very large. It's a big door for big boys.
The actual chamber is not. And Optimus is like, what, 10 feet plus?
Jason, I understand your concern, but I'm almost positive it will not be addressed by this book, so let's move on.
I'm sure of that. I should have brought a beer in here.
So, Megatron, say Joba, Brought me specimen, wohoka tuka pinky, ho 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 ho.
Wonderful honeys.
Yes, say Megatro.
Yes.
Where's the money? Here, and it was a good exchange I hope we made. I don't see Jabba talks in gibberish, so I don't know what voice to give Jabba. For sure, Jabba. Now here, your new slave. And Megatron lend Optimus to Jabba. Oh, say Jabba, a new robot to my collection. You will entertain my customers for some time. Optimus is very angry and shout to Jabba, I'll never be your slave. You cannot control me. Yes, I can. If you try to escape, I will kill your cell companions. And Jabba take Optimus to his cell. There, he finds the other prisoner Jabba was talking about. Hi, I'm Leia, and this R2-D2 and this C-3PO. Hi, Leia. I'm Optimus
so
Prime,
sorry,
leader
Princess
of Auto
Leia.
Boys. What they are going to do? Well, I don't know. Jabba said he opened a new service on Tatooine to entertain people from straying from other planets. I hope he don't kill us. If only I could contact Luke, my brother. Don't be afraid, Leia. I will find a way out. And they waited and talked. Leia told about the rebels, Han Solo in the carbonite, and her love for him. The next day, guards wakened the prisoners and took them to the Colosseum. It was very big and was
Can I fight in their stead? I'm ready to die.
Yes, you can. It was very big and was full of aliens and people from all over the universe. Jabba speaks at a microphone. Oh, excuse me. Jabba speaks at an microphone.
And I laser cannon.
Greetings, dear customers. Welcome to First Luxury Multi-Species Coliseum of Galaxy. Here our first slaves will have pleasures beyond imagination and will please you too. Do not feel ashamed. Put your clothes off and jerk at will. No extra expenses are charged by cleaning the place. Toilet paper is at right side of chair.
Oh, God.
Codoms are charged separately. Have safe sex and let the show begins! Exclamation, exclamation, 1.
I was not ready for this. I was not ready.
Optimus are there, looking around and seeing the multitude of people. He can do nothing. Even if he tries to fight, Jabba can kill Leia and the others. They're fragile, so he must let go his pride and please the hauntingly audience of pedos. What?
But how are they pedos? I mean, they're perverts.
They're perverts, but I haven't read anything that explicitly out. You know what? We'll just cut that little bit out. They are fragile, so he must let go his pride and please that hauntingly audience. All of the 5 slaves have microphones, so what they say the audience can enjoy. Jabba firmed a contract with the customers that moanings and profanities are a right they have, so the slaves must keep shit-chatting while sodomizing one another. Prime sits on the dirty ground and wait. Leia comes near him. Oh, Optimus.
Oh no, I don't like where this is going.
Sorry that we met this way. Don't be ashamed, Leian. It's not our free will that approves this horrifying spectacle of pure sacrilege against flesh and circuits. It will be over in some hours, said the 20-foot-tall robot.
Oh my god.
Leia jumped on Primus' legs and walked to his hips. Now, Optimus,
I know where this is going now. I'm so sorry,
me your
Internet.
metal ding-dong, said Leia, with a moaning...
Hold on.
What?
Would she have really said ding-dong?
No, well, I'm trying to clean it up the tiniest bit for YouTube.
Oh, so that's not really...
No.
How do I know what's reality and what is fiction now?
It does say metal cock. It does say that.
Okay, but
said
fucking
Princess
hell.
Leia with a moaning and whoring voice, and Redly,
More like horrid voice.
Optimus engaged in the sexing mode. A hatch opened, and slowly a cylindrical monster of lead and gold emerged from the crotch gate. It was shinning. It was shinning and was totally waxed. But was big to Leia to be fucked. 40 inches.
Bigger than she is.
40 inches of diameter and 6 feet of height. Jabba was...
Good
No, please.
Lord.
It's bigger than Jabba.
It's bigger than most luxury sedans.
We have no idea how these measurements actually translate.
Oh, fucking hell.
How that stupid robot can penetrate Leia now. His thing is taller than me. Megatron fooled me, regretted Jabba. He kept thinking about a solution. Leia looked, and, because the show must go on, she did her best while Jabba tries to fix situation.
She's like, well, I guess I'm just gonna take one for the team.
This next sentence is a doozy. Oh, Optimus, I guess I have to tenderize you metal dick for me to fully appreciate its wonderfulness.
Ooh.
Leia,
Now I'm not gonna have dinner.
Leia, your
Should've
leather-clad
eaten first.
Leia, your leather-clad bikini lighten up my boron buttocks. What does that sentence mean?
You want to take another run at that?
No, it says, Leia, your leather-clad bikini lighten up my boron buttocks. And the longer we think about it, the chances of us understanding this story drastic go down.
Thanks, Scott.
Leia rubbed with her stretched arms the metal dick up and down, but it was dragging her skin, even if it was polished and had no jagged edges. Prime, do you have something good to facilitate my work? / end quote. Yes, my power love. Here, have the squeezing tube. It contains graphite. Just rub all will be alright. And Leia did it.
I don't think any of that.
I think that would kill
works.
her. I think graphite dust would probably kill her.
I don't think he understands
her body got dark.
words.
Her body got darkened by the graphite dust, but she liked it. And masturbating Potimus got very easy and pleasurable. R2D2.
I'm so sorry, you two.
R2D2 approached Optimus and asked permission to land. Granted, my fellow cylindrical pal, it's spelled wrong. You can enter my dark caves of mystery, said Optimus.
I thought he was going to use him as a fleshlight, if I'm being honest with you.
Leia, said Optimus. Hang on,
Oh,
and Leia
God.
hold very harder Optimus dick. Optimus got a bit and gave a space to R2-D2. Leia was hanging onto Optimus' dick while R2-D2 seeched the best coordinates to penetrate Optimus' experimental anus. Luckily for him, Prime anus was automated to adjust best diameter for foreign objects.
Of course it was.
Because of course
Why not?
Of course it fucking was. Just a quick reminder, guys. Hi, Comic Nix here. I don't make any money from Star Wars or Transformers. I wonder the fuck why. R2 was shaking and frightened. Optimus' anal cavity was dark and moist. Had loose. He's a robot. Why is it wet in there? It should not
Wouldn't
be.
it electrocute him? Like,
Yes.
Ugh.
He was started to think sex was not made to coward robots like him. Don't be afraid, Optimus said to R2. I'll help you. And Optimus' bowels lights got on. Everything was illuminated, and R2 really saw what it really was. A beautifully adorned rectum full of portraits of Prime's human friends that already visited the place.
in his
But,
butthole.
yes, a camera appeared.
In his pictures in his rectum.
A camera appeared from a wall and photographed R2-D2 and immediately put a portrait of him on the bowel wall. R2-D2 got very placid and calm. After he saw those happy...
More like flaccid the way I am now.
After he saw those happy faces on the portraits, he knew Optimus would never hurt him inside there. So R2-D2 looked around and found a button. It was an elevator button that raised him up in the bowels. R2-D2 arrived at a small place where his metal body got stuck. At first, R2 got scarried, but then the elevator got down and got up and down and up, making a sine wave pattern movement with R2-D2. I have to say, I refuse to believe that someone who used scarried and stuck did in the previous two sentences knows what a sine wave pattern is. R2-D2 thought a bit and felt a pleasure down his electrical circuits and optical
in his
cables.
pants.
Yeah, in
his
pants.
robo pants.
Anal sex is like this? If it is, he really like it a lot. He was upping and downing, rubing the inside of Optimus' upper bowel. Paraffin wax got sprayed over R2. I don't think that's spelled right. Anyway.
I don't think that's a thing.
I don't either. Optimus
Please say
bowels.
this is almost done.
You wish. Optimus.
I do.
Optimus bowels walls were made of carbon nanotubes covered with pinky pillows of pure petunias cotton.
Okay.
They adjusted on the fly the pressure over R2 body and the elevator speed, acorning to R2-D2 willingness to go deeper with his innermost sexual fantasies. At first,
I'm so ashamed.
At first, R2 wanted to go slow, to fell the texture on his metal cover. But latter, his inhibition got away, and the elevator got faster, and Optimus got a surprise for him. Neon gas tubes appeared on the wall, and a range of different colors illuminate inside Optimus's ass with all the colors of the spectrum. It was a really shame R2-D2 couldn't smell the daisy fragrance permeating Optimus Prime's anus. R2 had no nose. Thank you for that casual reminder that R2-D2 doesn't have a nose. Thanks for fleshing out the lore of this wonderful
Noseless
world
robots
created.
everywhere. Thank you.
As R2-D2 was a robot, even infrared and ultraviolet colors appeared, and that profusion of rainbow happiness filled R2-D2 with purest passion he had never had from robotic pairs.
I'll never have passion again.
He was considered the freak of
that
the...
emotion is dead to me.
He was always considered the freak of the robot school. Every robot despised him. Despised him because of his adventurous ambition. He wanted to see the stars, the other life forms. He didn't want to be a hamburger frying slave all of his life, doing menial tasks that no one
So he wants to be a sellout. Oh, yeah.
Right. He didn't want to be a hamburger frying slave all of his life, doing menial tasks that no one would remember in the future. No, he wanted to be remembered, wanted to leave a mark on history. His robotic schoolmates were just stupid for him, so he picked fights all the grades he did. Trouble was his name, and no one loved him. Because no one approved his future plans for his life.
So R2-D2 went to Robo School, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the little armless, noseless robot picked fights with other boy robots.
All the robots. No, it says all the robots, but he doesn't discriminate based on gender.
Because he wanted to be a big old robo whore, and no one approved.
Yeah, no one approved his future plans for his life. But finally, he found someone robot that can see him from inside. Someone that wants to please him, that wants to give him a hand, and collect nothing in return. C-3PO is his friend, but Optimus is his lover. To return the favor to Optimus, opening his eyes to the sexual lust all robots should have in their lives, R2-D2 expelled small shockwaves inside Optimus' bowel, giving the Auto Boy the most tender demonstration of love and gratitude he ever received in his life.
I can't get over Auto Boy.
This action reflected at Optimus' penis and got slightly more elongated, something that pleased Leia.
Ooh.
Optimus Prime, said Princess Leia with a sensual voice. Hold on, let me try to give this line the justice it deserves. You're a very horny individual. Oh, Leia, don't say that. Actually, this is the first time someone rubs my dick. Maybe because it's as big as a bus.
Maybe because you could use it to demolish buildings.
While rubbing Optimus' dick with her humid, engorged vagina, someone take away the thesaurus.
Please.
Leia felt
you.
Leia felt a bit sorry for that robot. She's dead now, by the way. Oh, Optimus, don't use your cock with much frequency, do you? Optimus lowered his head and sighed. No, it is a problem being this tall. My Autobot friends don't have sexual appetites like actually. Being the leader, I'm only capable of maintaining sexual intercourse systems. No other Autobot have it. And being anally penetrated don't really give me chills. Leia got tears in her eyes. She embraced Optimus very hard, trying to consolate that lone robot. But life is not that easy. She wanted to be 20 foot tall that moment. All right.
She uses the Force to make her super tall.
All right, said Jabba to Optimus from microphone. My engineers are going to adapt this organic penis at your crotch. This will give you something more consistent in terms of action for our Marvelos customers. And a couple of alien men went and started to adaptate the strange penis to Prime's body. I should have pre-read this story at least a tiny bit.
Maybe a little.
Do we scrap it or do we keep going?
I think we find a stopping point.
All right. I'll skip to the. I'll skip to the good part
and not go take my life.
Contact. Okay, so this continues for moments. This continues for moments.
Too many moments, I would argue.
They continue to have the intercourse.
Lusty robo-sex.
Yep. Contact Luke. His phone number is 12363
309
7.424 And Optimus
That's a hell of
did.
A phone number.
No one could know he was doing that. They had no telephone jammers at the Coliseum.
Of course not.
While in contact with Luke Skywalker, Optimus gave him coordinates of Jabba's palace, and now he can save Leia.
Why?
After they returned inside Jabba's palace, Jabba started to talk to them. Now I gonna kill you all, starting by, but he was interrupted. Sir Luke Skywalker is heading to our direction. Luke, the execution will wait. Come on, robots and Leia. You, Optimus, stay in the cage, or Leia dies in the Sarlacc pit if I come back and don't see you. And Optimus stayed at the cell. Leia told him to go away. Luke could save them, but he wanted to stay. His love for her created a strong bond between them. But no,
and in his anus.
The Auto Boys are priority. He must go back and save them. Optimus sneaked out of the palace and stole a ship and headed to Earth. While in the ship heading back, he felt something in his pocket. It was a letter from Luia. It reads, Optimus, we are in middle of a war, and you and your companions too. But after all of this ends, please come back. Now I know who the men of my life is. It not Solo, it you. I must stay with him after you depart, but if you come back, my arms will be open for you. Love you so much, Leia, and the letter ends.
I do have one quick question before we round out this delightful tale, Colton.
Hold on one sentence. Optimus knew he had
God.
a long battle against the Decepticons, but one day he will make his woman happy. One day. The end. That was a nightmare.
Where did he get pockets?
I didn't even think to ask that. I was so dumbstruck by everything else in the story that it didn't even occur to me that should be the glaring issue of that sentence.
Yeah, like, where did he get pockets? Trucks don't have pockets. Robot trucks do not have pockets. I hate this, and I hate my life.
I hate all things, now and forever, amen.
We sincerely hope you guys enjoyed this thing. Maybe in future recordings we can dissect them afterwards. Have some post literary discussion.
Perhaps that can be a thing that happens, or we never ever talk about them again ever. We lock them in a dungeon far away where no one can find them.
That works too. I'm sold on that idea.
All right, thanks guys for joining us. It's been fun. We'll see you next time right here on the Bottom Tier Book Club podcast.